Good evening, everyone. Sean Malone, Crisis Response International. I just wanted to update everybody on our relief operations in the Ukraine. We have made a decision that we are going to deploy March 1st, the first team, Wave 1, over to Poland, where we have a contact on the ground, a church organization that is currently receiving refugees. People are passing through, some staying for the night and dispersing into other areas. They're meeting the needs, feeding people, and also going to the border where they're bringing supplies and resources as tens and thousands of people are trying to flee this egregious invasion that's unfolding. Now, obviously, it's a very fluid event right now, and details are still getting worked out by our team. But currently, we have registration open on the CRY website. You can go to criout.com, and there's a banner there. Click on the link, and you can read more about the dates and what we're going to be doing on the ground. But I want to make a special appeal right now to those of you who may be interested in going. And I know some of you have already expressed interest in reaching out by text and email. We're putting together Wave 1. Wave 1 is going to be an advanced team. We have one or two ready to go already. It'll just be a handful of people who can get on the ground. They will be departing March 1st. That's just a couple of days from now, to get on the ground, make contact with our contacts in Poland, and get set up for subsequent waves of teams that will be overlapping at least for the next month. And you can imagine that this situation may be unfolding for quite some time. And so there's 4 waves of registrations open right now. The first wave is March 1st, and then the second wave will be March 8th. And you can visit the website for the subsequent waves as well. Now, let me just say this. For those responders who are interested in deploying, the one thing I would ask is that know that you're called. You know, we say, "Here am I, Lord, send me." And this is something that you really need to know that you are called to be a part of. Now, obviously, we're all called to go, but you need a word from the Lord in terms of responding to an event like this. Now, this organization that's there on the ground, they're also bringing relief inside of the Ukraine, and that's something that we may also be involved in. But again, this is a unfolding, fluid situation. Details are still coming out, and no plan ever survives contact. And so we know things could change pretty quickly, but we have our team set, we have a location set, and I want to encourage CRY responders to go ahead and sign up. Some amazing people are coming forward already to deploy with us in the next couple of weeks. And so I want to encourage you to do that. For the rest of you out there, maybe you can't go, maybe this isn't the right deployment for you personally, but there's still ways that you can help and that you can serve. And number one way that you could do that, obviously you can pray. The people of Ukraine absolutely need our prayers. Please pray specifically for the courage and of these people who stayed behind to fight for freedom and to defend their country. The stories and the videos that I'm seeing are really unreal, and these people are filled with such courage to stand their ground and to fight for freedom. It's such a beautiful expression that I'm seeing, that we're all seeing. Second, another way that you can help out in times of deployment, and obviously we have events going on the base right now, we could use responders at the CRY base to just come volunteer, come wash some dishes, come help out on the farm. As these events or as a deployment unfolds, in the midst of already events going, our staff can run a little stretched. And that's a great way to be able to serve. And when you come and serve on the CRY base, you're actually then serving the people of Ukraine as well. It all counts. And then while you're on the CRY base, you could also join us in the house of prayer to pray and intercede. And I would love to see us adding prayer times and even praying through the night as our teams are deployed and on the ground. It's, we modeled our prayer room, Hope, on a Moravian prayer watch. And we just finished up last night with an all night watch, and we stayed up all night and prayed. And, but the basis of that was the Moravians did that while their missionaries were in the field. And they had a saying that nobody works unless somebody prays. And so we need you intercessors to come and join in and come serve the base as well. And then lastly, obviously, this is a massive humanitarian crisis that's unfolding. Poland is expecting up to 5 million refugees. Tens of thousands of people are at the borders right now. And there's going to be widespread need, and we don't know where this is going. And so if you feel like you would want to sow into this and you want to give relief to the people of Ukraine, then you can go ahead and make a donation on the CRY website, and we will make sure that that gets on the ground and will make an impact in those people's lives as we express God's love in very practical ways. Our plan right now is to obviously serve the needs of the refugees practically, serve food, but also, can you imagine the level of trauma, being uprooted from your home, maybe uprooted from your loved ones, like your husband or your boy who was left behind to fight? There's a great need for chaplains to be able to go over, and those of you who are trained with us to do spiritual and emotional care. This is going to be an unfolding event, and it's just really the beginning. And I hope and pray that this thing is stopped and it doesn't get any worse than it is now. But the likelihood of escalation is really great. And so the need for spiritual and emotional support, and those of you who are trained to come and deploy, is going to be really important. And as well for our responders. And so just want to encourage you in that way. And lastly, I just want to say thank you to everybody who continually prays for us, and also supports us on a regular basis. This is why we do what we do. When you support us monthly, this enables us to be able to quickly mobilize to situations like this. So we'll be on the ground March 1st. We've entitled this deployment Operation Ancient Gate. And the Tip of the Spear Wave 1 will be deploying March 1st. Wave 2 will be deploying March 8th. And responders won't be deploying individually. Responders will have to deploy as a team in waves under those dates that are on the website. This way we keep everybody safe, and for travel and pickups, that's just the best way to do it in a situation like this, especially when it's international. And so anyway, that's my update for tonight. We'll update you guys again, likely tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you. We covered your prayers this time. Please be praying for the CRY staff as well. The CRY base, these folks are the best of the best. They work around the clock. We just finished up a big week of training and going into another week of training coming up. And we have an amazing deployment team right now. But just keep them in your prayers as well for strength and wisdom and insight, and for us all, that we make good decisions and that we're able to make a great impact for the kingdom of God. God bless you guys. We're so grateful for you. Have a great night.